A professional fencer gets isekai'd into a medieval fantasy world. Almost everyone has sword magic, but their form is awful and their strikes leave too many openings. Well, that was underwhelming. When you get summoned into a magical realm, you expect, after the shock wears off, of course, to have the adventure of a lifetime. An epic quest filled with danger and trepidation. Faithful companions and treacherous warlocks. Epic battles with mighty foes. A wise sage hands you a half-rusted sword, mutters a few words about destiny and sends you on your way to defeat the evil Lord of Darkness, or whatever. You shake and your pulse quickens as you meet your first foe, a rented cutthroat sent by the evil Lord of Darkness, or whatever, to slay the upstart hero. The cutthroat draws his sword, which glows and hums with mystical power, and rushes to attack you. He lifts the sword high above his head, preparing to strike you down and. Did no one teach these people never to leave yourself open? I just stabbed him. A lunge so basic it almost reminded me of the first time I took a fencing class. I honed my skill for nearly 2 decades and all it took was that. I've never taken a life before, but the ease with which I dispatched him made it all seem so surreal. I wanted to take his sword, but the moment I did, it disintegrated. I was still getting used to the idea of magic, and this did not help. Didn't take long for another evildoer to try his luck. His form was better, he wasn't foolishly raising his sword like a madman, but his footwork, good grief. Legs held together like he was standing guard. A single errant feint put him off balance, and a follow-up sidesword slashed him clean across the chest. It didn't take long for me to realize the problem. Nearly everyone in this place had a magical sword. Made of meteorite or dragon-tempered steel and infused with mighty magic or emboldened with mystical runes. Half the swords I picked up tried talking to me. The swords were. It was like having a dozen training wheels on a bike that no one bothered to take off. I had to have mine custom made at a local smith. He looked at me like I was crazy when I refused any enchantment and insisted he use regular steel. A simple, sleek longsword without any magic whatsoever. Before too long, I was facing the Dark Lord of Evil, or whatever it was. He mocked me as he ran his hand across his armor with magic so potent no blade could ever pierce it, no magic could damage it. He was right, from what I heard. To try and get through it was madness. He laughed as I gripped my sword by the blade and approached him handle first, ready to strike. His laugh didn't last very long. He truly was immune to being stabbed. He wasn't immune to concussions.